Hey, Brandon here. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Got another 2025 rookie scouting report for you. I'm going to be joined by Jason DiRienzo, my podcast co-host. He is fresh back from his trip to the Senior Bowl, and he took a look at Jack Bech, and we're going to break it all down for you. We're going to review his 2024 production. We're going to go over his PFF grades, how they stack up against the other 30 wide receivers in the class. We're going to give you our detailed scouting report after watching the All-22 film, and then give you our scouting report grades and tell you what kind of rookie you can expect and when you draft him in your upcoming rookie draft. So help me get to 20,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. We got all sorts of fantastic content on this channel helping you get ready for your upcoming rookie drafts and dynasty drafts. Let's get to the show. All right, Jason, let's get to our second 2025 rookie stock report tonight, and let's talk about Mr. Jack Bech. All right, another guy that was down at the Senior Bowl that you got your eyes on. I can't wait to hear about your scouting report here very shortly, but he's 6'2", 215-pound senior. We're going to go over his 2024 production, his PFF grades. Okay. The ranks that you see on the screen and the card are the ranks based on the top 30 wide receivers going to the 2025 NFL draft. I exported the PFF data, got rid of everyone who's not going to the draft, and the top 30 wide receivers. This is where Mr. Bech ranks amongst his peers headed to the draft. All right. Receiving yards, 1,000 yards, right? You know, it's amazing. I was looking at some stats up here. He had very limited production for the first 3 years of his career. It's a true senior. And he blows up as a senior. 1,034 yards, 9 touchdowns, impressive catch percentage at 68.1, yards per reception, 16.7, slot wide versatility. I like to see this in wide receivers. And I'll tell you, I like the 27-73 split. It means he's versatile. You know, he has that big slot experience 30% of the time. His PFF receiving grade, 83.6, ranked 10th in the class. Contested catch, 66.7, with that big frame and big arms and physicality, comes ranked 6th in the class. Yards after catch per reception, 5.5, ranked 18th. Yards per route run for my analytical viewers and listeners, 2.44, ranks 20th out of the top 30 wide receivers. His drop rate ranks 2nd at 1.6 with those big, strong mitts of his. So Jack Bech was down at the Senior Bowl, and so were you, Mr. Jason DiRienzo. So again, tell us, what we saw. Listen, we watched, by the way, is All-22 film in Baylor, and on this YouTube channel, I have a film breakdown that I did of Jack Bech probably about a month and a half ago, taking a look at his game. So go check that out as well. So we watched the film, Jason. We've been watching him all season long. You were at the Senior Bowl. What did you see in Mr. Jack Bech?
An impressive receiver. So I'll say right off the snap, actually, I'll say he's versatile. I think what you said between the slot and being out wide, he could play either or. I actually think he would benefit from being in the slot, playing that big slot type guy. The reason I say that is because right off the snap, I don't think he's very explosive off the snap. There are some great release moves. I saw him use foot fire, a 1-step, 2-step release. So he's got an arsenal of release move that really worked well for him at the Senior Bowl. And you also saw some of that in the film at the same time. But if he does not get a clean release, the explosiveness is not there. I don't think the long speed is there either, because as he's in his vertical route, defenders are at his hip. He does do a good job at manipulation and separating. He does like a swipe and a swim move in order to break. So he's a very physical receiver with tools that he uses his hands to create separation. There isn't explosiveness, but he also knows how to manipulate at the same time. I would say with Bech, he's just a very good possession receiver. The ball skills are phenomenal. Does not let the ball hit the ground ever, from what I saw at the Senior Bowl. I don't remember one drop or one difficult pass that he was not able to haul in, whether it was low, high, or to either side of him. So the catch radius is absolutely there with his long frame. He's got the weight and the size in order to fight off any defender at the next level. And you saw that at the Senior Bowl. The moment was never too big for him. So, he could win vertically. I did see him stack, but again, that's because he got the release and you could see the defender was catching up. But if he gets a clean release, you want to get this guy the ball because he will not drop it. The
Mhm.
reason I say he might be better as a big slot is because if he doesn't always get that clean release, he does a really good job with off coverage. He doesn't necessarily even eat into the cushion toward the defender. He just knows exactly where he wants to go right away in order to create separation and get open and find that zone availability. So I think he's not going to be like a number one or a number two at the next level, but he is going to be a very dependable wide receiver three that you want to make sure you throw the ball to because he will get it literally every single time. Even if he doesn't get separation, he will fight as much as he possibly can in contact situations, and he's phenomenal above the rim. I saw him
Mhm.
catch outside of his frame many times, and it just looks so easy. So I think he's that solid wide receiver three guy that has the opportunity to elevate himself to wide receiver two.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head when you said a big, power slot. I mean, physical,
Yeah.
possession receiver. Um, I saw the same things you did with, the lack of suddenness and burst off the line of scrimmage, but that's not going to be his game, right? He's 6'2", foot
No, it's not
two,
gonna be his
two,
game. Right.
unless you're an elite athlete, you can then have those movement skills that can create separation and that size and frame. But he's got the play strength, he's got the ball skills. So we saw that adjustment in that game in the Senior Bowl, right? He went up
Mhm.
and grabbed the ball that Jackson Dart had thrown, right? Goes back
So
and
good.
gets the ball. So it was good concentration. Um,
Yeah.
so he's a good run blocker too, and I think that's always going to help. But
Yeah.
I'm seeing comps out there of Puka Nakua after the Senior Bowl, and I'm like, all right, timeout, everyone.
No,
Let's
no, 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 no.
no. But you know what? When like watching the Rams, the way they run,
Mhm.
just how I could see Jack Bech being used is that my Eagles were playing the Rams, they always had Puka Nakua, running, getting those free releases too, running, behind the line of
Right.
scrimmage, and I could see him being used like that, where maybe he's not lined up, but they got a lot of movement because I think you can put him like really anywhere, on the field. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
yeah, good player, look, good player. Okay, let's get through our scouting report card. Release and route running, I gave him a B. I saw enough on film and the ability to win physically, especially at the top of his stem. I think that physicality is going to serve him well. So I gave him a B.
I give him a B too. I think he's got enough moves in his toolbox to make it work, even if there is lack and limitation within the suddenness and explosiveness.
So ball skills and hands, got to give the man an A. I mean, he's built like a brick shithouse, man. He's got big arms, good. I don't know. I wonder what his length is, but he's got, it looks like he's just a monster out there at the catch point.
He
And
really is.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't not give the guy an A just because of his physicality and how tough and
I
strong
know.
he is. So did you give him an A too?
I gave him an A as well. Pretty easy A.
Pretty
Yeah.
easy, yeah. Acceleration and speed, a B minus here. This is where his limitation is going to come in when you watch him play. He's not going to burn anyone vertically. He's going to have to win, I think, more through physicality than movement skills. So I gave him a B minus.
Yeah, I gave him a C plus. It'd be beautiful if he had that Brian Thomas speed, but he just does not. So it's definitely going to limit his ceiling.
Yeah, it's way different frame than Brian Thomas.
Yes.
He looked like a
Yes.
sprinter out there. Yards after catch, I gave him a B plus. I like what I see, man. I think he's got good second level vision. I think he's a good navigator, and he finishes so strong, right? You got to love players that finish strong. He always get in the forward lane. Said the same thing about Arroyo. You watch him on film; he's just a guy that is going to punish people, and he's not afraid of contact. So I gave him a B plus. I think he might be a good yak yard, not through speed, but physicality and dragging tacklers 4 or 5 yards extra.
Yeah, I agree with that last statement. I think he is going to be that physical guy that gains additional yards. He's just not going to be that playmaker that burns it off and ends up
Eh,
in the end zone 30 yards after the catch.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, blocking and well, not really blocking, but physicality and play strength. I gave him an A plus. I think the guy's built. You just look at him. That's all you need to do. Just
Yeah.
look at him. Look at him. He's a big guy, and he's a good blocker too. I mean, he's got good
Yeah.
run blocking. He got good run blocking game on PFF. So he brings all that to the table.
Yeah, I gave him an A. He's very tenacious at the catch point. He's highly competitive. This is a winner for sure,
Yeah.
especially in
So
the
I
physicality department.
I just dropped today a Jack Bech versus Alec Manor rookie versus
I
rookie
love
show out
that.
there. So did you
Yes.
watch it? Did you watch
I
it?
watched it and I had to retweet it. That was fun, man. I
Yeah,
love these battles that you're having right now. What a
yeah.
great segment.
It really is. I'm having a blast, dude. All right, there you guys got it,
Yeah.
man. That is our Jack Bech 2025 rookie scouting report.